So this video is a quick tutorial how to mine Infinity using the OctaSpace Marketplace. There are other ways to mine Infinity, but this is specifically focused on how to get it up and running and use it in the OctaSpace Marketplace. So the first thing you're going to have to do, or there are certain prerequisites that you need before you can actually mine Infinity. One of those is you need a wallet. So Infinity is a token on Sonic network, so a Sonic blockchain. So you're going to need a wallet with that supports the Sonic blockchain, and you'll need actually some Sonics. Now, one of the best wallets I can recommend based on this is Rabi Wallet. Now, I've added it here into my browser extension. I'll leave a link below for Rabi Wallet if you don't have one. And down here, you'll want to select the Sonic blockchain. And obviously then you can see the actual tokens. Now, the suggested amount is to have at least around 10 Sonic. You can actually get away with less. So you can even go for 5 Sonic. The purpose of that is because as you mine Infinity, it'll use some of the Sonic to cover gas fees. And in return, you will be receiving 8 or Infinity 8 tokens in return every time you hit a block. So let's dive in how to actually mine now. So now that we have a wallet, what we'll need to do is go into the marketplace. So to start mining, obviously you can go to the OctaSpace Marketplace. You'll need to create an account if you don't have one. If you do, great, you just log in. Then next step is to actually top up your balance. Now, topping up your balance is really straightforward. You can click up here. If you don't have a wallet, there'll be a button here to say generate wallet. If you already have generated a wallet here, it will give you the deposit address. You can deposit USDT and USDC, both either on ETH or BSC networks, or you can deposit native Octa or wrapped Octa. Okay, so once you've actually deposited that, mining is really straightforward. So what we want to do is click on mining. So in the category section and select Infinity Miner. Okay, once it's done that, we'll be redirected to the nodes page. Now, there are many nodes you can choose from, different types of hardware specifications. So you might look at what's best for you. For example, you might want these, 2 RTX 3090s, or obviously, the higher the spec, the hardware, the higher the hash rate. You can obviously use the VRAM slider here, for example, to kind of find some of the more powerful GPUs. And you can use the sorting up here, so this button up here, to actually sort by price. Just for demonstration purposes here, I'll select this node with one RTX 4090. If we hover over this as well, we can actually see the price breakdown. So there are some that have a storage cost associated. So this is storage cost per gigabyte per hour, as well as the base price. In this case, we don't have any storage costs. Up here, you can also click the price to see what it is in USDT equivalent or USD equivalent. So this is 37 cents per hour for rental. So, right, let's actually, I like this node because it has 2 RTX 3090. So let's actually go for this because obviously this will give us a higher hash rate jointly. So if we want to click on configure, you will be redirected to this page. And so the next step is to choose the environmental variable. So you want to do 3 environmental variables at a minimum. And I'll explain these in a second. So you'll want to add here master underscore address. What you'll paste here is your wallet for where your Sonic is stored. Right, so that address that you set up in the Rabi wallet, where you deposited some of the Sonic, you want to put the address here. So we'll do that now. Okay, the next value you want to add is master underscore p keys. What this is the private key to that wallet. If you don't know how to get the private key, go to the Rabi wallet, click here more. Then you'll want to go to manage address, and you'll see here seed phrase. You want to click on that and go down here and click backup private key. You'll need to add the password that you created the Rabbit wallet with, and it will display your private key. Once you have that, you can then paste this value here. So let's do that. Okay, so once you've added the private key, you'll want to add the next value. And the next value is the rewards underscore recipient underscore address. And then here you'll paste the wallet where the tokens that you mine are going to be sent. Feel free to add it to the same wallet address that your Sonic tokens are in. Again, you can set a different wallet address, that's up to you. Now, before I launch it, just one note, you can add additional variables, such as RPC variables if you want to. If you want to use a different RPC, you can do the following. Here we can add Infinity RPC, and we can add an RPC address. And here we can have Infinity underscore WS and add another reference to WS RPC. If you don't need that and you want to leave it by default, that's up to you. You can remove these, no need to add them. Okay, so now we've set that up. Here you can leave the disk space to 5 gigabytes. You could probably leave less because it's a miner, it doesn't really require a lot. So we can actually set it to 1 gigabyte here probably, and that will work fine. Once we've done that, we can click deploy. Okay, as you can see, I already have a miner here running, which we've been testing for a while. But what it will do, obviously, it's launching another instance. Just a note, you can't use 2 miners with the same private key. So if you do want to run multiple miners, you're going to have different private keys for different miners. And now it's going to say start container. And once it's done that, it'll say service configured. Okay, now we can see the service is configured. What we can do is click on it and click Access Web SSH, and this will load up the terminal. If you want to monitor what's going on, obviously, as you find blocks. So I don't know if some of you don't know how mining works. It's not a continuous process. It's based a lot on luck as well. So since hash rate can also increase, there can be sporadic rewards as you hit blocks. So, and obviously it's down to luck a lot as well. Hash rate definitely benefits that. So if we go on the actual Sonic blockchain, I can see here token transfers, for example. So I can see when each block was hit, for example, here for this, as we were testing, and we can see, okay, I have some token, I found a block 8 minutes ago. So I'll leave a link down below to the Sonic Explorer as well. We can do that. And as I said, you can also check in your Rabbit wallet. If you click over here, and you'll actually see the actual Sonic coins or tokens specifically. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Yeah, that's in a nutshell how to mine Sonic using the OctaSpace marketplace. Just to note, obviously there are other videos on our YouTube channel for other guides, so whether it's Jensen, Cusco, and we'll be publishing more videos as well for other tutorials on our marketplace. So feel free to follow and subscribe, and see you later.